Yep, you read the title of today's video correctly. While the new episode Heresy doesn't begin until February 4th, starting next week in D2, Bungie is putting on a free little event called The Past is Prologue as a way of kind of winding down episode Revenant. Starting on January 21st, i.e. next Tuesday, you can go to the Drifter and pick up quests that will reward a special currency called Bento tokens, which you can then give to Eris Morn for unique rewards. We're not exactly sure right now what these quests will entail, but I guess we'll find out next week. The maximum amount of Bento tokens you'll be able to earn via Eris will be 8. So with that in mind, you have to spend them wisely, and the potential rewards are as follows. You can spend them on endgame currency, i.e. Ascendant Alloy, Ascendant Shards, Exotic Ciphers, and Spoils of Conquest. Bungie mentioned that the maximum amount of Spoils of Conquest you can get via spending your Bento tokens will be 75, i.e. 3 groups of 75 spoils each. You can also buy mementos, including those from events that have come and gone. Gambit, Vanguard, Iron Banner, Festival of the Lost, The Dawning, Guardian Games, and Solstice mementos are all on the table. And there's also Adept weapons and armor. The Cloud Strike Exotic Sniper is on the table for some reason, and that'll cost you 3 tokens if you want to buy it. There's an Adept Cataphract Grenade Launcher with Envious Assassin and Bait and Switch, an Adept Igneous Hammer with Fragile Focus and Precision Instrument, an Adept Horror's Least Pulse Rifle with Perpetual Motion Kill Clip, a Riptide Fusion Rifle with Compulsive Reloader and Chill Clip, as well as high stat Artifice Armor. And once you've turned in 5 Bento tokens, you'll officially get Chatterwhite, aka an old community favorite shader that players have been begging for a really long time now, completely for free. Now let me get my obligatory yay Chatterwhite out of the way right now. That's cool that we're finally actually getting it, no knockoff blue label bullshit like Bitter Pearl, whatever that was. But yeah, these Bento token rewards are going to be great for a lot of players, not for everybody. But that's completely fine. I mean, I may not have a need for those Adept weapons because I already have equal or better Adept rolls, but for players who don't have that kind of stuff laying around in their vault, yeah, this is really nice. I think I may do a deeper explanation of what you want and don't want to spend Bento tokens on in a video next week, i.e. buy this because XYZ, don't buy that because XYZ. But for now, I'll give you the extremely short version. I wouldn't really recommend spending those tokens on endgame currency. Those aren't extremely difficult to get. If you don't have a good DPS grenade launcher for PvE, then yeah, getting an Adept Cataphract is a thumbs up from me. If you've never gone flawless in trials before and don't have an Adept Igneous Hammer, then yeah, getting that roll, while not perfect, is a definite thumbs up from me. Really good hand cannon. If you really like using pulse rifles and don't have an Adept Horror's Least, then yeah, you could probably buy one of those, and I will explain more next week. But if I catch any of you spending 1 of your limited 8 Bento tokens on that Riptide Fusion Rifle, I'm gonna take you out in the yard and spank your bare bottom in front of everybody. Everybody. Unless you're into that, of course, and then I'll just put you in timeout. Again, the Artifice Armor claims to be a, quote, high stat roll, and I don't know, I feel like I've been fooled by that before. The real question is going to be, will it be spiky Artifice Armor, aka high rolled with also a big spike in 2 different stats? Not entirely sure. Guess we'll see more on that next week. And if you didn't hear, there's also new aspects coming into the game in episode Heresy, including a new arc keyword called Bolt Charge. There's also a bunch of other sandbox changes. I'll cover all of that when the new episode comes out in February. I don't really want to turn today's video into a 45-minute vid of me just reading the TWID. But if you do want to hear me reading through the entire TWID today and getting my initial reaction on everything, including the moment when Bungie came into the chat and we timed them out, don't ask. Redeeming channel points to time out Bungie. You know, chat, we don't play favorites around here, so... I'm so sorry, boy. We're gonna have to put you down. I'll include a link to today's stream in the pinned comment. Thanks very much for watching. See you next week. Peace!